Happy Friday. Welcome back to another, I was about to say Lord of the Rings. Wow. Final Girl live stream. Today, we're going to be playing some of the new promo Final Girl content that came out around the Gen Con time from both the Final Girl, the killer, and the location. So let's dive in. We are playing Mort, the Teenage Dirtbag, which is one of the promo killers. And Mort is hanging out at the Mega BGG Con, which is our location. And so I've not ever been to BGG Con, but it does sound like they kind of pooled a lot of what goes on there into this location, which is pretty cool. You have like the Van Ryder Games booth here, and then just a couple of other different like cool like spin-off, not necessarily like this is not Arcane Wonders logo, but it kind of looks like it, so it's kind of an homage to some of the other publishers in the space. It's pretty cool. We are playing Meg, who is also one of the Final Girl promos, and so that's what we are diving into today. This is what's up, Matt? How's it going? This is by far the most complex setup I've ever done on Final Girl, so we're gonna work on it together and get through it. But I was not ready for as many rules as these two modules introduced, so probably missed something, but here we are. But basically, Mort is a master of disguise and is kind of impersonating a lot of the other killers that we have played throughout the other seasons, and so those are denotated by these little minis, which I do know are a little hard to see on stream, but I don't know if there's a better way to do it. But these minis all represent different killers. So like here's like the big bad wolf from like Little Red Riding Hood. And so these are all over the place. I think they are kind of maybe like cosplay, I don't actually know, but each one of them have been put into different locations, and one of them is the actual killer, and we have to use our new coerce and interrogate action cards here that are just for this specific scenario in order to figure out who the real Mort is. And we're going to do that. I chose a deduction card, and then there are a ton of these over here. And then there's a little clue finder, which will tell you Mort's favorite genre is not comedy horror. So I don't know if y'all can see that, but pretty cool if it would focus. Yeah, so kind of shows what it says. So it's a cool system. And yeah, so we're gonna dive in, see how that goes. Couple of things about Mort is he does not have health, and he will not have health until we figure out who the actual killer is. And each one of these killers has different attributes on them, which whenever we get a clue, we will look at our card here and eliminate some of these people who could be the killer. Once we figure out that, they flip over and there is a different major power? What I forgot what this card is called, based on who they are impersonating. So it's a really cool like I don't know, I'm shuffling these. It's a really cool like way to kind of add in some of the old killers into the game into one scenario. I'm pretty impressed. It looks pretty interesting. People do not panic until Mort is found. And then also there are new location types, so anything that is kind of connected with a blue arrow, so like this 5 or 6 here, if we start and move through a location with a blue arrow, whenever we are resolving a move action, either move or sprint, then we get an additional die to roll for that action, because these are just like easier to I almost said trespass, but to move through. And then also, I don't think that, victims are having such a great time at the convention that they will not willingly follow you out of exhibit areas. So exhibit areas are the ones marked with the spade symbol. So they will not go out there, go leave. So you have to create a panic here. During the action phase, discard any action card to take this, and then panic each victim in your space in the direction of your choice on 2 successes, and so you can move them out of, you can get them out of the dealer hall by causing a panic. All of the locations can be searched, so there are no specific spots to search for anything. However, like if you are in the exhibit hall, then you can search any location here, the food court, which is here, there, as well as the general areas, which is everything else. We can search there. We still have to use that. Yeah, so there's a easy to see. Hey Wikipedia, how you doing? Which killer is this? This is Mort, the teenage dirtbag. One of the promo killers from Gen Con this year. I'm trying to... There's suspects temporarily acting as killers. We will go through that once we get there. Target and coerce. I think that's pretty much everything that we need to do in order to kind of get started. I did run out of room on my setup, so these are supposed to all be kind of laid out, but I don't have the space for that. Is this based on that M. Night Shyamalan movie? I don't know. I am not actually familiar with Mort or where they come from, so very well could be. What's up, Astari? How's it going? Want to see more of this game? So what's better than... excellent. I'm so happy you're here. Mort, the feature film, is easily your favorite. Good luck. Oh, sweet. Nice. It looks really cool. It's a very fun, like, kind of way that they're able to pull in a lot of their other IP into the same game. Alrighty. We got our setup. I do have the Meg mini here, but I was noticing that if Meg is on there, you can't really see who's Meg and who's one of the killers, so I swapped it back out for that. All right. Our starting event, I always put it here because I always forget it. Food trucks are here. Woo! You may save victims from the side hallway even if you are not in their space. Okay, cool. There are also booth events and booth actions, which we will deal with in the upkeep phase. But then, when do booth events come in? Oh, the booth event, if you roll a 4 or 5, it'll tell you, then we resolve a booth event. And that's going to spawn new victims and stuff like that. So, new people are showing up to the con at all times. So we can save people from the side hallway and the tarmac. Wait. Oh, you can save victims from the side hallway even if you are not there. And so the side hallway is actually already a escape zone as well as the tarmac here. And nobody is close to those because nobody wants to leave the con. It's based off Scream. That makes a lot of sense. It does look like Scream. I've never seen Scream. I haven't seen a lot of those like old school horror movies. We are also playing with the tier dice because I need help. Alright, I think that's everything. Our items are a folding chair. So if used at range 1, discard this card. You can throw that folding chair at somebody. We'll deal a damage. We have a LARP shield. If it's going to have 3 uses, and then if we are taking 2 or more damage at a time, we can use one of those uses in order to reduce that damage by 1. Then the convention program, you can look at the top card of the booth and or booth event deck at any time. So that's in the general area. Very thematic if you've been to a convention. So we start out with all of our 0 cost events, or I'm sorry, action cards. And we are here. We are starting in the Van Ryder Games booth, which I love it, is the largest booth on the map. Love it. Alrighty. Meg, whenever we save 4 victims. Also, I don't know if you could see this, but it's like holographic, which is awesome. Whenever we save like 4 victims, her special ability becomes whenever you deal damage to an enemy from resolving a action card, roll a die. If you roll a 5 or a 6, 1 additional damage to that enemy, and roll again. Keep going until you don't roll a 5 or a 6. So it's kind of like this exploding damage type situation. Reminds me a lot of Shadowrun. What's up, Canadian Mustache? How's it going? Happy Friday. I'm just a teenager. Alrighty, let's do it. Where do we want to go? I think it's always good to try and start saving people. Over here we have take a guard card, take any top item card. Yeah, this is gonna be really good to start saving people. But we can't, these guys will follow me into like the side hallway. Oh, there's also an escape center here. I just want to make sure that the BGG, they're not going to follow me out of convention areas, but they will follow me. Yep. Yeah, they will follow me into non-convention areas. This is the event hall, which is a general area, I believe. Yes. So the general area, I can save 2 guys going into the center hallway right here. So I think we're going to try and do that. See if we can just save a ton of these people, maybe these 3. Then grab a panic card if possible so that we can panic these guys out of this location here. And see if we can start getting them into the side hallway. Because I would like to flip this before Mort comes out. So in order to do that, let's start out. I always like to focus. See if we can do it. A roll. Okay, we got a teardrop, so that's nice. And 0 success, which we lose 2 time. Excellent. Good start. We can spend a teardrop to get a time, 2 teardrops to reroll a dice, 3 teardrops to decrease horror level, 4 teardrops to reroll all dice, and then 5 teardrops to get +2 dice on our next roll. Okay, well that was sad. Let's go ahead and let's try and walk. Excellent start, my friends. Yikes. Jeez. Okay. We'll get another teardrop because we failed. We can move up to 1 space, lose a health, and 2 time. I'm going to go ahead and do that. I'm going to come down here, lose a health, and 2 time. Down to 2. If you would like to start selling your own merchandise, I can make you some Tops to St. Nelson all over shirts. Nice. Nice. Need to roll a success here at some point, right? I think I want to walk again. There's a success. Move up to 1 space, lose a time. So we're going to move here. Both of these guys are going to follow us. We are going to take any 1 item card. I feel like a LARP shield would be pretty decent. I don't know if we need that now. So let's go ahead and decrease horror by 1. And then let's increase time by 2. That takes us up to 3. Oh, I didn't realize that interrogate and coerce. Oh, during the action phase, I can discard any action card to take creating a panic. So I don't have to actually wait in order or until the time to buy these cards to take it. That's good to know. We have 3. I'm gonna focus. I'm gonna roll these. These are the only dice I've gotten successes with so far. Hey, another success. It's a 1 success. We're going to lose a time, go down to 2, but now we are in the 3 dice roll. We have 2 time. We may just take for a sprint. So with Final Girl, your girlfriend and not buy all the expansions, so we actually beat one of the 5 we have, at least once. However, we decided recently that because of the terror stuff and supply, we're going to start getting the rest of each season. I believe Van Ryder did say that they were going to sell out their stock before they raise prices. I think that was their company. But yeah. We're going to hold on to these and then roll in with 2 time. I'm going to take a sprint. So if I take a sprint, I can actually get this guy out of the side hallway. Yeah, let's take a sprint. These are the 0 cost action. I'm going to put them. We have 3 additional. I'm going to put them here. All my 0 cost used actions. We're going to go there. The rest of each season. Nice. Yeah. They have them. They sell them in like the big boxes, which I really like. I thought those are nice. Okay, we'll reset this to 6. Killer phase. Resolve the killer action. Okay, so we see this symbol. So let's go into and figure out what that does. The symbol says that suspects temporarily acting as killers. Whenever you see this icon, draw a token out of the suspect bag, and the token corresponds with one of the 10 suspects, who will then temporarily become the active killer. When drawing a token, the indicated suspect has already been proven not to be marked. We ignore it. For each location card, terror event cards are required to resolve an additional effect for the killer. Draw a token from the bag as if it were... Okay. So, draw one of these guys. See what we get. We got Hunter, which yeah, it's this tall guy here. So this is that guy goes back in the bag. So this guy is going to move towards a victim or a final girl, which is going to be here, and then kill here. And that's going to raise Bloodlust 1. Okay. Then we resolve a terror card. Minor Dark Power. Oh no. Okay, these are not going to be here. Whenever you reveal a clue, we lose a health. Discard this card when the finale is revealed, or after resolving 2 stars on either interrogate or coerce card. Okay, so whenever you reveal a clue, which is here, and we reveal a clue from interrogate or coerce. Okay, yikes. Then we resolve a booth card. There's a lot to this scenario. Van Ryder Games. So we roll a die. On a 2, we're going to spawn a victim at the Van Ryder Games booth. So right where we just were. Or waiting for me to leave. Gonna have to start wall mounting shelves in other rooms soon. 9 new games yesterday, and I don't know where to put it. Nice. Yeah, we have games all over the house. It's a fun problem to have. Rearrange items. We are good. Top of the round. We have a sprint, a short rest, and a weak attack. I'm thinking, I think I need to save this guy. There are a lot of killers here, and each one of them could move and kill this guy fairly easily. Whereas, like, these other actions, like, this guy could come here and kill, this guy could come here and kill, but I think we have a better likelihood of drawing one of these 5 rather than one of these 2. And so I'm thinking that we need to save this guy. So let's sprint. We get to roll 3 dice because we are in that green. We got 1 success. Just move up to 2 spaces. That's fine. Okay, we're going to do that. I'm going to follow this guy. Go here. And we're going to take a guard card. So we just get to take this. Ooh, more. Hey, Rolo. How's it going? So now we have a guard, which is nice. So that saves us if one of these guys becomes one of our killers for Mort becomes one of them. We have a guard which can prevent that. Yeah, and we don't necessarily need the shield until we've raised Bloodlust a couple of times because the shield only works if we take 2 or more damage. So should be good there. And then time goes down to 5. I honestly kind of think that we may roll out of here with 5 so that we can get an interrogate. You have not run this one yet. Plan on doing this and the FNAF. I don't know what FNAF is. I'm bad at acronyms. Okay. Also, this is a decent time to try and get rid of this because if we resolve a 2-star and we're rolling 3 dice, that's a better spot for it. Actually, what if we spend one of our teardrops to get a time to go up to 6? Then we can grab a interrogate and maybe like a distraction or we can just grab a search is not too bad. Let's just roll in with 5. Let's hold on to our teardrops. 5 Nights at Freddy's. Nice. Okay, cool. Cool. Have you run that one yet? All right, yeah, let's run it. Let's roll out with 5. We got 4, 7. We're going to take the interrogate, not the coerce. For 3, that leaves us with 2. We're at 2, 4, 6, 8. We could take 2 close calls. I kind of like that idea. Having the close calls is just able to discard cards so that we can resolve. Yeah, we're going to take 2 close calls. We want the card advantage right now, especially because we're about to try and coerce one of these guys. Yeah, cool. They only arrived on Monday. Nice. Well, that's exciting. Hopefully they're awesome. This one is really interesting. There's a lot going on, but I believe in us. We can do it. Okay. So that was there. We're going to reset this to 6. And I'm going to resolve the killer. Salsa! I don't think I ever played the mall one. Ooh, the Final Girl app. I have not used it. What does the Final Girl app do? We got Geppetto, which I believe is, yep, Geppetto, I'm guessing is the one with the top hat and the puppet. Alrighty, so Geppetto is going to attack us. Does not need to move because we are actually in the space as Geppetto. Going to deal 1 damage to us. We will... Do we guard here or do we just say alrighty and then we have a short rest, in which case we could heal 2 and hang on to the guard. We're going to just take the damage. The app is easy access to unique kills. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, we're playing with Meg. It gives the killer your GPS. That's great. Okay. Let's Oh, nope, we have to do a tarot card. We have to do the cards. I want to see what your insides look like. So did this say that we... Yep. Okay. So we draw a new one. Got Hans, which is, I believe, this guy. He's going to move towards the final girl. Nobody got attacked, so we have to raise our horror level. Sorry, I know you can't see this, but so that is what this card is. And then our booth event is going to be outside down instead of inside up. Love it. So outside down, on a 1, 2, or 3, we spawn a victim, or we resolve a booth event on a 5 or 6. That's going to be a booth event, which is panic all victims in the booth space. There are no victims in the booth space, so we discard this card. Cool. It's a paid app. It has no music and is companion only, but it has its uses. Oh, nice. Okay. I'll check it out. Seems interesting. Slasher movie would be Van Ryder Games at the con promote. I think the sweet slasher movie would be Van Ryder Games promoting their new con-specific expansion where the killer is going around killing, but nobody. That'd be cool. That'd be really cool. Oh. Okay, so I think we've done everything. Now we're to our actions, and we're gonna focus first because now we are only rolling 2 dice. Okay, we got a star on a focus. So we will decrease this and decrease time. So now we're rolling 3 dice, so that's nice. Let's walk. Jeez. Tough roll. We're gonna play a close call, spend 2 time to re-roll all the dice. Okay, so we got 1 success. I'm gonna discard a weak attack and a close call to get a double success to move 2 spaces. I'm gonna go 1, 2. Move in there. Okay, if we interrogate, okay, yeah, let's interrogate now. Panic this, let's roll 3 dice. Come on, give me 2 successes. Yes, okay, sick. So whenever we reveal a clue, which we are going to reveal this clue, which is clue number 1. So we are going to use our handy dandy clue. So Mort's favorite villains are not psychopaths. So let's see if we can get this to focus. So now we have that. So Mort's favorite villains are not psychopaths. So we're going to go through here. Okay. So it is not the Ratchet Lady. It is not Hans. Cool. So we eliminated 2 people, which I believe means that we replaced them. Actually, I'm like 100% sure, but we are going to double check because it is a new one. We do take a damage, but then we discard this because we resolved 2 successes. This is revealing clues For each suspect card discarded, remove that suspect miniature from the board and replace it with an informant meeple. So here's Hans. These are the informant meeples. And then we also did Ratchet Lady. I think that's this one. At the Lucky Duck booth. Okay. If they die, that's bad, by the way. Breakfast pizza. What is on a breakfast pizza? I feel like I had one at Gen Con one year. Okay. Then I think panic the suspect. So we're going to panic this person here. And reveal the clue. We did that. And we go down to 2 time. We could short rest here. We do have a guard. So I think I kind of want to try and walk. If I can save these 2 guys, that would feel real good. So let's walk. We're going to roll 3 dice. We got 1 success. I'm going to get rid of a short rest and a focus to change this to 2 successes. So that's going to allow us to walk 2 spaces. Why did I can't... That guy can't follow me. I also don't know if I can save informants. Eggs, ham, bacon, cholesterol. Jeez, nice. When you save an informant after receiving the reward from your final girl card, you then reduce horror once. Okay, so you can. But we can't coerce them. I think I'm going to save them anyways. So we're going to save these 2. One of them is going to go here. We're going to take an item card, which is going to be our LARP shield. Which comes in with 3 uses. That also protects our health slightly. We get to reduce horror because we saved an informant. And then whenever we deal damage, good stuff happens. And then we saved an additional victim, so we get to increase our time. And I still believe that a walk, we reduce our time by 1 on a success, on a double success there. We have a guard. We have 2. We cannot use this, so we might as well finish with 2 time. I'm trying to think of like what do we need to be doing? We have unlocked our ultimate form. We need to be getting clues. That's what we need to be doing. All right. So how do we do that? We're not going to have a big turn next turn. We only have 2 time to buy cards. We only have a guard. So we might as well, I guess we could search. Or we could sprint. Let's take a sprint and put ourselves in a decent spot for next turn. It's going to be the 2. We'll reset this to 6. We do want that interrogate back. The close calls. And I will want to heal at some point. That would be nice. That would be nice. Alrighty. There's that. Let's figure out who the killer is this turn. Hopefully it is Hans or the Ratchet Lady. It is Dr. Fright. Which Dr. Fright is this dude with the pitchfork. So he's going to move 1 and attack. I'm glad we took everyone out of that main hallway. So that's good. Our terror card. No one is safe. Reveal a booth card and place the killer in that space. Okay, how do we resolve this? Draw a token and then resolve. Okay. Oh, repeat that effect 2 more times. We have the Ratchet Lady. Okay, so the first time, nothing happens because the Ratchet Lady has been proven that she is not the killer. So she's no longer on the table. We'll repeat this effect 2 more times. We've got Krampus. Oh, they do put it on the bottom. Ah, that's super nice. Okay. I was like, they need to. Okay, Krampus. Did I miss one? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. No, I didn't. Did I remove? I removed Krampus when I was supposed to remove Hans. Krampus was here, I believe. I actually don't even remember. I'm gonna say Krampus is there. So I removed the wrong one, but they do actually have the name of them on the bottom, so that's super helpful. Alrighty, so we are going to reveal a booth card, which is Rumble Works, which so he comes here, he attacks, nothing happens. So we will reveal one more token. And if no killer was, or if nobody was attacked, Bloodlust increases by 2. We have Krampus again. We're going to resolve a booth card, which is, here we go, games, kill, Bloodlust goes up 1. Okay, so Hat Rock Games instead of Capstone. That's fun. Okay. No one is safe. Our booth event is going to be at Sorceress's Marvels, Arcane Wonders. And we'll roll a die. On a 1, we're going to spawn a victim right there. Okay, I'm starting to get the flow. It's easier. It's easier than I was kind of thinking it would be. Alrighty. So we have a guard and a sprint. I think we'll play a sprint and just kind of see what happens. 1 success, which moves up to 2 spaces. Go 1, 2. Gonna move into here so that we can try and coerce that person to get another clue. Did you know Final Girl website has a Final Girl card creator? I did not. That's pretty cool. Huh. That's a fun little addition. This goes down by 1, and we are kind of done. So we'll pick up our 0 cost cards. 2, 4, 6. We have a guard for our 7th. We have 5 to spend. I think I want to take an interrogate. No, I want to take a coerce. That is 2. Takes us down to 3. We take an interrogate. Yeah, let's take an interrogate. That'll be that. Boom. Discovered it while looking for what came with what season. That's really cool. That's fun. I think our Fantasy Flight was doing custom investigator cards at one of the cons at one point. That was pretty cool. Okay. figure out who this big bad is going to be. Got Razorface. Razorface. It's going to be the last person I check. Yeah, there it is. Razorface right there. It's going to move and attack. Boom. Tarot card. I want to see what your insides look like. Again, if no one has attacked, we increase horror level. We're going to choose a new killer. They also have one for items and events. That's cool. We've got the big bad wolf, who is... I took the big bad wolf off. I didn't take Hans off. That's... Why did I think that Hans was... Okay, so the big bad wolf is over there. Anyways, it said move and attack. All right, so it's gonna come in here, kill here. Bloodlust goes up by 1. Okay. Next turn, we will resolve our minor power, our dark power here. Sprint needed to go back here. Alrighty. Cool. I think I want to go ahead short resting. Yeah, we'll short rest. Worst case scenario, we re-roll a die. We got a success. We can discard 2 cards, which will be a weak attack and a focus to make it a double success, and we heal 2. And we don't lose any time. First girl where you play as one of the victims. Nice. Okay, let's try and coerce. Okay, we got a double success, so that's beautiful. Remove the informant from the game and reveal 1 clue. So we're going to remove this from the game. And we're going to reveal this clue, which is 2. I guess it doesn't matter, but I feel like I just am putting them out there. Mort's favorite villains are not Ghost. Come on, you can do it. Mort's favorite villains are not Ghost. So, there's a ghost. Ghost. Wow, we got 2 again, I think. Sweet, 2 more. So we got rid of Geppetto, which is there. Replace that with an informant. And the Tormentor, which is here. Replace that with an informant. Beautiful. Then I'm keeping these off to the side because it helps me. Alrighty. We're getting there. We're getting there. We have not lost any time yet. So that's kind of crazy. That's fun. We could go... Let's focus. Let's see what happens. Let's get a double success. 1 success, which reduces horror, which decreases time, which increases time. I could discard 2 cards. Nah, it's not worth it. Let's go ahead and walk. I was just hoping to get +3 time there. Walk, we got 1 success. We can move up to 1 space. I'll do that. We lose a time. Go down to 5. We will walk again. Oh, I'm going to go ahead and save this victim. I can save the victims because the food trucks are here. So I get a time and reduce horror, so that's going to be +2 time. But if Razorface ends up being the killer. I do not want them to kill there. But I do think that we are in a situation where we could potentially die. That's fine. Let's walk again. Wow. Wowza. Gross. All right, we'll take a tier. We've got lose 2 time, lose a health, and move up to 1 space. I'm going to go here. Then I'm going to interrogate. 2 successes. Beautiful. Panic the suspect, which we're going to panic out into the side hallway, which we will then immediately rescue to get a time. We lost a time on this, and we reveal a clue. It's number 5. Number 5 states, Mort's favorite villains are not extraterrestrials. Camera hasn't woken up yet today. Not extraterrestrial. So that removes Hunter and Dr. Fright. Okay, so we are down to only 4 killers, which is pretty cool. So Dr. Fright is here. Replace you. And Hunter. Replace you. There. Beautiful. Okay. So we've got 1, 2, 5. I do believe that we have to get all of the clues in order to successfully make that deduction. But yeah. The gimmick is you have 3 I have plans and 3 no quarters with some aggressive stances. The idea is to get the attack events you need when you... Oh, cool. 50 card decks. Nice. We still have a guard. We have 5 time. Let's roll into our purchase phase with 5 time, which is pretty cool. I feel like a sprint is decent. Let's take a sprint for 2. We could take a distraction just to get a silly amount of time next turn. You could take another guard. You could take a search. I don't hate taking a search and a close call. I'll reset that. Put all of these back. We took the interrogate and the coerce in the same turn. We needed, or I need to, I need those. Hopefully we will be drawing some people who are not a part of. So Dr. Fright has been successfully eliminated from contention. And so we do nothing. Got a terror card. Minor power, notorious reputation. During the panic phase, any suspects or informants in your space will panic. That's kind of interesting. Discard this card when the finale is revealed or after resolving a double star on either an interrogate or coerce card. Only 1 minor dark power can be discarded each time. That's kind of interesting. I like that. Let's go to Japan. I love it. Oh, cool. Yeah. Let's go to Japan. Booth event. In the pristine continent games, we spawn a victim on a 1 or a 3. Or on a 6, we're going to resolve a booth event. Free promo card. Nice. Move all victims' adjacent spaces into the booth space. So we got 1 there. There's a free promo card. Everybody run. Which is very true to form. Okay. We're back up at 6. And we have to figure out what we're going to do with our lives. Let's search. Why not? Let's have some fun. We got one success. Take the top card of the item, which is Van Ryder Games Bag. Immediately discard this item and take the top 2 items from any item deck. Cool. Alrighty. We got the folding chair. Give them the chair. The convention program doesn't really... I'm not a huge fan of the convention program. It allows me to look at the booth event or the booth. I'm sure that I could use that information to my advantage somehow, but I'm just not confident that I can effectively, at least. Let's take this one, which is cash money used to take a search action card into your hand from anywhere. Oh, that's fun. Nice. And it says it can be from anywhere, so I assume that means it can be this one right here. This one's technically in my hand. And then let's take one more. Take the convention program. And we lose a time. Down to 5. Let's sprint. Yikes. Wow. We're going to close call, spend 2 time, and reroll all of them. Okay, 3 successes. Beautiful. That's what that's there for. Move 3 spaces. Go 1. Well, nope. Because if I end my turn, they are going to panic. Where do I want to go? I could come over here and hopefully they panic out so that I can then go save them. I could discard my guard to create a panic and then have them panic wherever I need them to panic. I didn't really think that one through. I could go like 1, 2, bring them back here. Then they panic in a spot where it'd be harder for a killer to get to them, potentially. No, that's not how that works. Can move them into the Van Ryder Games booth with me, and so that the killer would then target me if it's one of these two. That's really annoying. Yeah, there's a lot of table presence for this game for sure. Yeah, the Notorious reputation is not great. I was here. I only have 3. So I'm going to take a coerce and a close call. I will have my walks back. Maybe I shouldn't have sprinted. Maybe I should have just held on to the time. Looks like a Maria Hill board game presence. Yeah, right. Just everything everywhere. That's good. Do they not panic? Hold on. Actually, do do they not panic until Morts is revealed? Victims do not panic during the panic phase. During the panic phase, any suspects or informants in your space, suspects. Oh, suspects or informants, not. So it'd just be these guys or the suspects here. Got it. So the yellow folk are fine. Cool. Okay. So actually, in that case, I could go like one. No, he won't follow me out. Never mind. Let's go 1, 2. Three. And then ideally, this guy will panic out here. We may be able to coerce each one of them. Your new Spider-Woman deck you posted 2 hours ago. What was the new thing? What was the new thing? I think that was the one where we were Voltroning Spider UK with Energy Shield and having them defend, not take any damage, and running a ton of Web Warriors, and then Change of Fortune with Spider UK. I think. We played that one a while ago. I'm just now getting around to reposting a lot of the VODs. Cool. So we searched for 1, 2, 3, 4. So we actually only have 2. Just yeah. So we will take the coerce for 2 and all of our zeros. Killer phase. Who's it gonna be? Who's it gonna be? Sprint. Nope. Sprint. Search. Close call. Come on. Someone who's already been exonerated. Razor phase. Has not been exonerated. So Razorface, which I think is this guy here. Yep. It's going to move 2. Kill. Bloodlust goes up. Our dark power gets resolved. Toxic Whispers. Roll 1 fewer action dice when resolving interrogate or coerce. Ugh. No me gusta. Alrighty. That's fun. Oh, and then panic phase. So we're going to panic this guy. We're hopefully rolling a 2. Rolling a 3. So he panics that way. Alright. She had new friends. I don't remember. Alrighty. Our terror. Discard all interrogating coerce cards from your hand. Ugh. That's lame. Alrighty. Well, cool. Don't really know what to do now. I guess just stall another turn. Guess I can short rest and stuff. New spider friends? I honestly have no idea. It was a long time ago. Do I have a favorite movie? I don't think so. Not off the top of my head. I did start watching The Good Place. I'm enjoying The Good Place a lot. Okay. Oh, and then a booth event at PDC, publicly traded company games. Alrighty. On a 4, we're resolving a booth event. Shoulder to shoulder. Place the crowd token in the booth space. When you are in the space, you roll 1 fewer actions when resolving action cards. It's very crowded. I'm going to tell everyone it's Fast and Furious, the Tokyo Drift. Fast 9 also is pretty good. Too Fast, Too Furious. Do they end at 9? Are there 9 of those? All right. Action phase. We are going to short rest. I think these dice, we're going to sub these dice out. They're getting tired. Short rest for 2 successes is going to heal us 2. We're back up to full health. Do not use any time for that. We will focus for 1 success. We can discard a weak attack and a focus. We're going to do that. We're going to go up 3 times. 1, 2, 3, up to 9. Don't think there's any... Yeah, I don't think that there's any reason for us to walk. Because I need to get to these guys. I think these are the suspects. I think I did that wrong last time. I think these are the suspects and then these are the informants. So I think I interrogated wrong last time. Oops. So we're not going to do... We could take a... Let's go ahead and use cash money. We'll take a search and let's search. Wow. No successes. Wow. We could make it a 1 success. If we discard 2 walks. Yeah, I think we have... Go walk and a guard. No, we'll discard the 2 walks. We'll make it a 1 success. We take the top item card here, which is another cash money. Alrighty. We're rocking in this dough. Nice. Diesel fuel. Beautiful. Alright, we are rocking with this cash money. And then we reduce this down to 8. And we're going to spend 8 money. We're going to take a coerce for 2, interrogate for 3. That leaves us with 3. We'll take a sprint for 2 and a close call for 1. I think I need to maintain mobility. Okay. Come on, someone who's already been exonerated. His first and last name are car related. Dominic Torrento. I'm not following. Al, short for alternator. Nice. The Hunter has been exonerated, so we're not going to resolve that, which is beautiful. Terror card. Stockholm Syndrome. Whenever a suspect moves, all informants in their space move with them. While in a space with a suspect, informants will not follow you and cannot be saved. Then we can get rid of it by rolling a double success. Oh, Vin Diesel. Oh, okay, I got it. Nice. Booth event is follower games. We got a 2. We're spawning a victim in follower games, which is right there. This is fun. All right, so we need to coerce. Feels weird that we're like sprinting, but we don't have any walks. So let's sprint. For 1 success, move up to 2 spaces. I was kind of hoping we get 3 just so we could hop down here. That's fine. I'm going to come here. Then we are going to coerce. 1 success. Remove the informant from the game and a clue. That's fine. We'll lose a time. Our clue is going to be 3. So just 1 more clue after this. Mort is not from Series 3. So Mort is not from Series 3. Series 2, Series 3. So it's not Razorface. So we're down to Baghead, Krampus, or the Big Bad Wolf. Okay. We're at 5 time. I think we're just hanging on to that 5 time. We could search. Nope, we don't have any items left in our exhibit. Oh, we should have gone up here so we could have searched in the general area. That would have been smarter. Here we are. But there's nothing we can do. So. Oh, and I was supposed to roll 1 fewer dice. Okay, I will have discarded the guard and the close Carl to turn this, and we get the same result. But I feel like that's the only way we can really do that fairly. Cool. So we are at 5 money to buy stuff. We'll take our 0 cards. Oh. At some point, we probably needed to grab like a retaliate or something like that, just to have it in our pocket so that we can use it when we need it. I guess like we could take a distraction and use the distraction and to like get a ton of money. I don't hate it. Actually, we have 5. Let's go 3, 4, 5. 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. Our hand size is 10, so we don't have a guard anymore. Should I have taken? I'm going to have taken a guard. For some reason, I thought we still had that guard. I'm going to take the guard instead of the sprint. We have walks in our hand right now, so we should be fine. Okay. Come on, not one of them. Hans. Hans is been exonerated, so we are good. Terror. Got a lot going on today. We're going to resolve an event. Annoying reporter. Place the annoying reporter in your space. She must follow you when you move, and you lose 1 time if she is in your space at the end of the action phase. In order to save her, discard the weak attack action card while in a exit space. That's really funny. That's really, really funny. I don't know where I put the pink meeple. Oh, here it is. Never took it out of the bag. All right, so she is following us around. If there are 1 or fewer events in play, there are not. There's a lot of events in play. If there are 2 or fewer events in play, resolve another tarot card. There are not. Do not include booth events. Okay, so yes, there are 2 or more. There are 2 or more. Oh, geez. Okay, so we have to resolve another tarot card. Yikes. Which means that we only have 1 turn left. There are no victims on the board. Discard and draw the next tarot card. Otherwise, we're going to see who is our killer. Ratchet Lady has been exonerated, so she is good. So the annoying reporter, we have to get her out of here. Alrighty. We do have the weak attack in our hand, so we can discard to get rid of it. So I think, how are we gonna do this? Do we want to exonerate? Let's distraction. We got one success. We can discard 2 cards for 2 successes, which I think we will do. I'm going to discard a focus and a short rest. And then we go down 2 and up 2 times. We're going to go up to 10 times. Okay, that feels good. Let's walk. 1 success. So we can move 1 space. Okay, so I assume that this overrides the fact that she will not leave. Okay. So it says she must follow you, but also she is not allowed to leave. If I move out here, she's not allowed to come out. No one has reminded me to drink. No. So that's kind of interesting. The victims are having such a great time at the convention, and they will not willingly follow you out of exhibit areas and into general areas. You may not have any victims follow you when moving from a event space to a general area. Instead, you will need to create a panic card to move them. Actually, does anyone know? Like, what takes precedence? The location or the annoying reporter? The annoying reporter is a location event. I would think that the thematic implementation would say that she would follow me. I'm going to go ahead and just rule that just because that's worse for me. Let's walk again. And then I needed to lose a time. We got 1 success. We will lose a time. We will move her into... Let's go to the side hallway. I'll discard the weak attack. Then she gets saved. And we go up 1 time. I would say location since it's in the game first. Or is it like one of those instances where the card breaks the normal rules of the game? I think it's worse for her to follow me, so that's what we're going to go with. Might as well try and focus, see what happens. If we roll 2 successes, that's hype. We roll 1 success, so nothing happens. Alrighty. So we have 9 time to buy money, or buy cards. Let's take a sprint. That's 2. Takes us down to 7. Coerce takes us down to 3. No, takes us down to 5. It actually, the way that it's set out is there are different modes of playing. One of them is you can just apply the Grim rule. One of them is you can apply the thematic rule. And then one of them is you just get to choose. And yeah, it's like a difficulty scaling that they have implemented, which is pretty cool. So that's 2. Or that's 4. That takes us down to 5. We could take out like a retaliate. Take a distraction and 2 close calls. We won't have a walk. So I do want to take a sprint for 2. Did I already take a sprint? I have a sprint. So 2, 4, 7. We have 2 more. I'm going to take 2 close calls. Cool. Alrighty, let's exonerate some of these. Oh, and we're going to resolve the major power thing. We got the big bad wolf, who is still out here. Alrighty, so they're going to move 2. 1, 2. Kill. Go up. Discard the next tarot card. Hey, look at that. No tarot card. That's kind of funny. Okay. Reveal the finale. When the finale is revealed, flip this card over and place it on the booth deck. So we're no longer doing booth events. Oh, this is just until we find. Is there no difference? There's no difference. Alrighty, cool. Cool. So no booth event. We go into our next round. We have 6. Let's sprint. Run! Yikes. Discard 2 cards to get... Oh, wait, no, we can move 2. Yeah, we're good. Move right here. We lose a time down to 5. Let's coerce. Yes, coerce is the right one. We only roll 2 dice because of the toxic whispers. Yikes. Went into close call, spend 2 to re-roll both of those dice. Got 1 success. Alrighty. So that means that we remove the informant from the game and reveal a clue and spend a time. So we're down to 2. So the last clue here is 4, which is Fantasy Flight Jizz Games just posted about their new sustainability efforts, which reduce plastic both in and out of packaging. I feel like it's just to lessen the cost with tariff stuff. I'm also like I'm down to get rid of get rid of plastic. Mortz is not tall. You're just taking the opportunity to spin it as this. I don't know. Even if it is, it's better, right? Like, so even if they don't have like the most like or the best intentions, it's still better. So it's like, okay, cool. Seems like a win-win. So he's not tall. So that takes out Razorhead as well as the big bad wolf, meaning that Krampus is our... Did I not take one of these off of the table? Okay, so I'm just going to remove all 3 of these. So Krampus is our big bad. Let's read how we deal with that. All right. When you've revealed all 5 clues, you will have correctly identified who Mort is disguised as. Flip the clue to its opposite side and use the clue viewer to confirm the correct disguise located at the bottom of the card. Krampus. Nice. Discard any minor dark powers in place. Sweet. Love it. Discard any remaining tarot cards. Replace the final remaining suspect miniature, the one you correctly identified as Mort, with... Where did I put the Mort miniature? Doesn't matter. I'm going to go with red. It's easier to see. Okay. Remove all informant meeples from the location board. Okay. Flip over the final suspect card. Replace the basic finale card with the suspect card. The finale is now active. The dark power has not been revealed. Reveal it immediately. Mark immediately receives the amount of health indicated on the suspect card, including a final health token. Cool. So this gets replaced with Krampus. So now he's going to move, attack. When revealed, for each unrevealed clue, increase horror. We have 0. During the upkeep phase, roll a dice. If the result is more than the horror level, increase the horror level. Oh, that's mean. And he comes in with 8 health. When I get mine, I'll be wrapping it in plastic. There's 4. Bring it on, Krampus. Two, 4, 6, 7, 8. Let's go. Alrighty, cool. That was after a coerce action. So it is still our turn. We don't need the interrogate card anymore, so we can use that to discard. We're down to 2 time, which is not great. I guess if we wanted to, we could just grab another guard. He's going to be moving twice towards this location regardless. So he will hit us. So we may as well take a guard. Then we will have a weak attack next turn. But I think we're just going to kind of... I was like, or we could give him the chair. Now let's end. We'll take a guard, and then we'll put these back. And we'll take all these cards. It's going to feel like we are rebelling since we put our cards in 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11. We have 11, so we cannot take one of these cards, which will probably just be a walk. Because I don't think he's going to hang out with us. We got all the way down here. He's going to attack us for 2. We will play a guard. We'll roll 3 dice. We got 2 successes, so we ignore all damage. During the upkeep phase, we roll a dice. It is a 2, so we increase horror level to 2. Boo. Putting all the cards in sleeves, though. But I mean, I think it protects them. And so, like, after a while, like, I'd rather not buy the new or replacement set. And that this prevents me from doing that. Alrighty. What are we doing? We're at 6 here. It's important. Let's focus. 2 success, so we're going to reduce horror level, increase time by 2. Beautiful. It's so perfect. I think I'm actually going to hang on to the other focus. But, ooh, at 6 we can get a critical blow. That'll be really nice. Would also really like a retaliate. So actually, let's just focus again. And ideally, we'll be able to... I can also just spend time here. I'm going to do that. Never mind. Let's not focus. Let's just spend time... Or see where we end up after our weak attack. Weak attack. We got a damage, but we will lose a health. Or we could discard 2 cards. We'll lose a health. We deal a damage. When you deal damage to an enemy from resolving an action card, roll a die. If you roll a 5 or 6, deal 1 additional damage and keep rolling until you do not roll it. There's a 6, so that's 2 damage. There's 3 damage. Let's go. Okay, so 3 total damage. Is Final Girl hard to play? It is not. It's a pretty straightforward game. Yeah. Yeah. It's a fun game. It's really good. I resleeve my, maybe not, I don't know if I've done some player cards, but like my standard set I resleeve probably every 6 months. Do you hear that Solitaire is getting a solo variant? Oh, fancy. That's gonna be an exciting expansion. So that was 3 damage to Mort. Let's go. We don't lose any time for that. So let's go ahead and spend 2 teardrops to increase time up to 10. Then we're going to grab a critical blow and a retaliate. We got 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. We'll take our walk. And here we are. Bring it on, Mort. He's going to attack us. We're going to retaliate. He's attacking us for 2. Oh my goodness. Okay, so we can close call, spend 2 time. Yeah, we're gonna spend 2 time and reroll all the dice. Okay, we got 1 success. Jeez, come on. We can discard 2 cards to deal an additional damage. Probably worth it, right? We can go short rest. Actually, let's go 2 walks. We got 2 damage dealt. Then we will roll. Okay, so just 2. We did not get any exploding dice this time. That's fair. It's not necessarily a deck builder. These are more like action cards that you're choosing, and you can like buy. It's not like any game that I've really played, but basically you're spending time to take actions, or you can keep your time and use it as currency to buy actions for like a future turn. So it's not really a deck builder, but yeah, it's like an action selection with an unique action selection mechanism. So like you never have a deck, you just are putting cards into your hand, and these are the actions you can then take. And so like it costs 6 time to get this card and stuff. So it's interesting. It's different than a lot of things that I've played. But it's very thematic. Yeah, I shuffle it all the time. Even after I've like put them in order, I'm like, God dang it, what did I do that for? Cool. No tarot card. We're gonna roll this dice and see if horror goes up. It will. 5, horror goes up 1. Alrighty. It's also just so incredibly asymmetric. And like you can mix and match the killer and the location with the final girl and like different like there's so much that you can just mix and match, and like you can play this game forever. Okay. Oh, we are at 4. That's fine because we used our, let's go critical blow. No whammies. That's a whammy. That's a whammy. Okay. Let's get rid of a interrogate. We don't need interrogate. And a focus to make it a 1 success. So like on the dice rolls, A 5 or a 6 is a success, a 1 or a 2 is a failure, and then a 3 or a 4, you can discard 2 action cards to make it a success. So like there's dice like manipulation there. So we are going to take a success, which is going to deal 2 damage. Boom, just like that, which will reveal this final token. It has 3 health. It's not the token that you want the killer to have. Oh yeah, they explode. No explode. We reduce horror by 1, and we end our turn immediately. So we have 4. I guess we'll... Oh wait, hold on. These are supposed to be here. I'll take these 2. I'll take a guard for 2. And a close call. I have yet to beat Hans. I don't know if I've played Hans. Want that retaliate? Okay. He's going to attack us. We're going to guard. We got 1 success, so we're going to reduce the damage dealt by 2. He's only dealing 2 damage, so we take no damage, which is beautiful. Then roll a die. It is a 4, so we will increase horror level by 1. We're at 6 time. I wonder if Hans is like one of those like early designs where it's like harder than they kind of expected it to be. Half the game does feel like horrified. Interesting. Oh, we do have a weak attack. I'm actually not 100% sure. I don't know if I was supposed to reveal that yet. Let's play a weak attack. Actually, first we're going to play a focus. No successes. Yikes. Don't know if I want to close call that. I'm going to just take the tier and lose 2 time. Ah, that stinks. I may actually re-roll that. Yeah. I'm going to close call. I'm going to spend the 2 time. I'm going to re-roll all of our dice. 2 successes. Beautiful. Much better. So we gain 2 time and we reduce horror. Oh, okay. Yeah, I can see that. We're going to weak attack here. 1 success. So we will deal a damage and remove a health. And I'm pretty sure that I was not supposed to reveal that. So I'm just going to say that now this is revealed as 3 health left. If we go down, I think I want to grab a critical blow. So I don't want to use a short rest here. Actually, these are supposed to be here. That's how I've been doing that. Yeah. Or I could go retaliate. No, I just want to grab the critical blow. Okay, so we're going to have 6. I'm going to spend 6 to grab here. I will take my 0 cost cards. Put these back into rotation. Oh, that's what's supposed to be. There's the guard. Reset that to 6. He's going to attack us. We will guard. No successes. Beautiful. All right, so we'll take a tier. And we're going to use this to reduce the damage dealt by 1 to 1. Okay. Oh, no. Guard just automatically does that. So we don't have to spend the charge there. Which one came out first? Did Horrified or Final Girl come out first? I don't actually know. See if it increases horror level. I'm sure it does. It's a 3. It does. Or if I did. Gotcha. Okay. Tis my turn. Got the first one like 5 or 6 years ago. Gotcha. When did Final Girl come out though? For some reason I think Final Girl was pre-COVID. Let's focus. We got 1 success. So we will reduce that and reduce time by 1. I just want to make sure that I have enough to grab a retaliate. So let's critical blow here. Ooh, that's 3 damage. That's enough to take out Mort. We were all Final Girls in COVID time. Fair. That's cool. Yeah, I like the Mort enemy. I think that's really fun, having all the other killers and then each one of the finales kind of feeling a little bit different based on which one you pull. So like, let's take a look at some of these. Like, so Ratchet Lady only moves once but attacks twice, and Mort's health is 6 plus 2 additional for each unrevealed clue. So there's going to be a lot more health for each unrevealed clue. You increase his attack value by 2. Wow. So 12 health here. It's just a really cool modular way to do it. It's a really good promo expansion, like, right? Because this is, you know, a little bit more on the complex side of the ones that I've played, which is kind of where you want those promos to be, and it feels very like promo feel. That's cool. Nice. Yeah, fun game. Also BGG-Con. I'm sorry, BG-Con. It's a lot of fun. This it kind of feels like Gen Con. I don't know. Very cool. Awesome. Well, thank you all so very much for hanging out. I appreciate it. I hope everyone has a wonderful weekend. Gonna be going down. I'm doing another bike ride this weekend, so that'll be fun. I will be back, I believe, on Monday. I think I'm going to do a Monday Friday stream next week. So make sure that you check out the community page on YouTube. I will post the schedule there. So I think we're going to probably do Champions Monday, Lord of the Rings Friday. So that's going to be kind of my current thought of when I am streaming next week. I'm looking forward to it. I hope everyone has a wonderful weekend and plays a ton of games. And yeah, thanks for hanging out, and we'll see you next time. Peace.